Open Heaven Daily Devotional by Pastor Adebayo. Today, Monday, July 18th, 2022. Topic: The Sin of Ingratitude. Memory verse: Psalms chapter 103 verse 2. Psalms 103 verse 2. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Bible reading: Deuteronomy chapter 8 verses 11 to 18. Deuteronomy 8, 11 to 18. Beware that thou forget not the Lord thy God, in not keeping his commandments, and his judgments, and his statutes, which I command thee this day. Lest when thou hast eaten and art full, and hast built goodly houses, and dwelled therein, and when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thy heart be lifted up, and thou forget the Lord thy God, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage, who led thee through that great and terrible wilderness, wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions, and droughts, where there was no water, who brought thee forth water out of the rock of flints, who fed thee in the wilderness with manna, which thy fathers knew not, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee, to do thee good at thy latter end. And thou say in thy heart, My power and the might of my hand have gotten me this wealth. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. Message: A good study of the scripture will show you that probably the worst sin anyone can commit is that of ingratitude. Anyone who neither appreciates what has been done for him or her, nor knows how to show gratitude, cannot go far in life. When you read the story of the origin of sin in Genesis chapter 3, in the Garden of Eden, you will see what I am talking about. God gave man an entire garden. It wasn't Adam who planted the garden. God had planted the garden, and everything he would need was there. God then said he wanted to reserve just one tree for himself. Man still went ahead and ate from that tree that was reserved for God. Therefore God said, well, if you don't appreciate all the things in this garden, then maybe you should leave it and go out to fend for yourself. In Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 to 10. Malachi 3, 8 to 10. Where God says, if you don't bring all the tithes to his house, you are cursed. What he is actually saying is, what is wrong with you? Whatever you have, I gave it to you. How come you can't even say thank you with 10%? When you read 1 Samuel chapter 15, and compare it with 1 Samuel chapter 10, you will see why God was so angry with King Saul. When I wanted to appoint you king, you yourself said, me of all people, my tribe is the smallest in Israel. My family is the smallest in my tribe. I am the smallest in my family, and you want to make me a king. Saul even went to hide because he himself saw that he was nothing. Now, God sent him on a mission, and he didn't carry out the instructions of the Lord. When the man of God came to talk to him in 1 Samuel chapter 15, he reminded him that he was small even in his own eyes. How come he had now become so big that he had forgotten the one who promoted him? If you wait for God to remind you of his benefits towards you, then you are in trouble. However, if you make it a duty to always appreciate him for his benefits in your life, then you will keep going higher and higher. David, in our memory verse for today, said he will never forget God's benefits towards him. That is why he kept rising until he became father to the King of Kings. The elders in Africa have a saying that when you have done good to someone and the fellow is ungrateful, it is as if you have been attacked by an armed robber.